Alright guys, well let me give y'all an update of where we're at. So unfortunately Horsepower Factory couldn't tune it because it had a misfire, some shit. Luckily I got a hold of another guy, Mr. Daniel over here. He's writing me up a ticket so they can, get to working on it. He's gonna go through all the electrical, everything that needs to be done. That way we're actually set up properly to get this thing sprayed. And he's gonna go ahead and hook us up with a tune afterwards. So at this point, it's best to just drop it off somewhere, have him look over it, make sure everything's good. That way I'm not losing money here and there like I did. But not sure how long it's gonna be over here, guys, but just be patient with me. We'll get it back up and running and then we'll see what it does. What's up, guys? I'm bringing y'all an update on the truck. So let's kind of just get into this. So obviously we took it to go get tuned. Before I dropped it off, it was running rich, but it was running decent, had decent throttle response. I did take on a 4.8 with lung tube headers in the tune. Have a video of that. I'll stick it to here if I can. If not, I could just link the video. And I also did an acceleration on it beforehand, and I have a video of that as well. I'll either attach it here or just leave it in the links in the bottom. Alright guys, I'm gonna give you a sound from inside the cabin too. I know I've been kind of putting it off a little bit, but I've been having a lot of things going on. It's gonna work. Do a slight little pull for first run, he said he really didn't hear me, but we still took off. We got after it. I got 2 runs in this video. You can see more or less, where we are. But yeah, I did pretty good. I mean, there are some clips that I didn't get in here because my camera was messing. So, dropped it off because it was running rich. Obviously wanted to get it tuned and set up for this nitrous kits. Dropped it off the first day. They do a bass tune on it. Remember what I'm about to tell you? They said that they did a bass tune on it. And they called me up and told me that the timing was off. And that once I adjusted the timing, that bass tune that they put in it should have it running right. Alright? So, go pick it up, take it to Kenny, get the distributor off, get everything lined up, top dead center, all that good stuff. Even got a second guy to come out. We put the timing light on it. Everything was working good. I even kept the timing light, purchased it just to take it with me whenever I dropped it off back to them so they can finish doing the tune. So, it was running like shit when I got it back. Told me that it would get fixed once I adjusted the timing. Still ran like shit. Took it back to them so they can finish doing their tune. It was kind of hard to get a hold of them, honestly, because I kept calling them, texting, and everything, and they didn't answer. Now, granted, there was a winter storm or whatever that hit over here, but anyways, whatever. Finally got a hold of them, told me that I needed to drop it off because it was a platform that they were not familiar with, and it was going to take a little bit of time for them to adjust. Okay, so drop it off. A couple of days go by. They call me back and tell me that they can't do shit with it because there is a misfire code that is going on and it's not letting them do anything. And also that the timing is off. Even though right before I left, We checked it out, made sure that it was on time, and the dude agreed, yes, it was. All right. So told him that if they're gonna put it back to stock, hoping that this is gonna at least put it back to where it was. They reflashed it and it still ran like shit. Now here's where I'm fucking kind of upset. I'm not one to bash anybody, but I did lose $300 for no fucking reason. It ended up costing me $300 for them to pretty much take it from running decent to running like absolute shit to the point where you can't even drive it. There's no fucking throttle response now. So the red flag should have been that they really don't specialize in 4.3s, but they should have also been honest and just said, you know what, man, we're not going to be able to do anything with it. Just take it somewhere else. Anyway, so I'm not trying to bash them. Obviously, they have their clientele. They're pretty good with LS Motors. A couple guys that are coming out from like San Antonio or Austin, 3-hour drive just to come get it tuned by them. I helped one of the guys unload his truck. That's what he told me. So obviously they're doing something right in that aspect. But as far as my truck goes, they kind of just fucked it. Not saying it's all their fault. Hell, it might have been, also whenever we readjusted the timing, it probably wasn't even off of timing for all we knew at the time. But, they were the professionals and we were listening to what they were saying. So we went ahead and took their word and did what we had to do. Now, as far as professionalism, I'm not here to criticize, but the guy never even came out to talk to me. The tuner guy, his name is Caesar, never even came out to talk to me. It was always just one of his workers. Hey, this is what Caesar said. Blah, blah, blah. Hold on, let me go ahead and make sure I didn't miss anything with him. Dude, if you're sending somebody out here who's going to interpret for you and he can't remember everything that you said, maybe you should be the one telling the person what's going on with the vehicle and why, you're unable to do what you got to do. Now, I'm not a professional at all whatsoever as far as tuning, but based on the knowledge that I have gathered and also because I was going to tune it myself at some point, when you hook up your computer to it with your tuning system, you are able to delete these codes. And the guy that I have this truck at now agreed. And he straight up told me, yeah, you're supposed to be able to bypass these codes. And I'm even going to put a video just so y'all don't think I'm fucking bullshitting. Not that I'm fucking trying to trash talk them or anything, but I did ask them if they could. And they told me that they couldn't do anything with it and that it wasn't allowing them to do shit.
All right, so a lot of you are putting cams in your 5.7 liters, your 6 liters, sometimes your 7 liters, and when you're putting a cam in it, a lot of times you're getting a check engine light. It's not uncommon, it happens a lot, and usually the check engine light is P0300. What that is random misfire detected. So what a random misfire code effectively is happening there is this cam profile is changing the way that the motor, the spark advance is happening, and so it's freaking out the misfire system into thinking that there's a misfire when there's really not one. In order to fix this problem and to get the light off your dashboard, all you have to do is really disable that code. It's very commonplace and we see it a lot. So I'm going to go into right now and show you how to disable that code. All right, to actually accomplish this, all you're going to do is go up to Engine Diagnostics. You're going to go over to DTCs. You're going to scroll down until you find P0300. It's a little bit down a ways. Once you do find P0300, you're going to uncheck the box. After you uncheck the box, you're going to set it to 3, no reported error. And then the light's not going to come on your dash no more.
So whether it's a load of shit, I don't know, maybe they have a different kind of programming. Again, I'm not trying to bash, but that shit is pretty fucked up. Come on, man. If you don't know what the hell you're doing with it, or if you're not going to be able to do shit with it, just be upfront about it. Just, hey, I can't do nothing with it. Fuck it. Anyway, needless to say, I'm not going to go back there. But fast forward to right now. So luckily I ended up finding a guy on Facebook. His name is Daniel. And he's been in this business for a long time. He did let me know that he used to work on, Typhoons and, Grand Nationals, which are V6s or 4.3s with turbos. I'm not sure if the Grand National had a 4.3, but I know it's a V6. But anyways, he's done a share of work around these motors. So, and also he does tuning. He does specialize in nitrous and turbo kits and all that good stuff because he does do custom work as far as throttle body or intake manifolds, and he does do port and polish work, all that good stuff. So he's a pretty knowledgeable guy. He seems to have, his shit together as far as, he knows what's going on in and around the motor. He did suggest to me that I should get some new valve springs, being the fact that my truck does have over 200,000 miles, and I'm going to be spraying it. It probably wouldn't be a good thing to have stock valve springs, which I agree. Me and Kenny did talk about that when we did the cam swap. At the time, it wasn't in the budget. We were working with little to no money, so we were just kind of shooting for the stars. But we did talk to the cam people, and they told us that it would be fine if we ran it with stock springs, assuming we weren't going to push any more power than what it was, which at the time, that's where we were at. So I'm trying to keep this as a budget build for those people that cannot do an LS swap, who can't swing $5,500 to $6,000 for an LS swap, which is what they were charging me. Not sure what they're charging out there. And also because I kind of just wanted to be different. Everybody's got an LS. I just wanted to see what I could do with what I had. So as far as the budget goes, just based on cam, long tube headers, exhaust system, underdrive pulley, spider, we're talking like maybe $2,000 with the gaskets. Anything above that, that's just because my transmission took a shit, so that was $1,000. Fans and all that shit that I ended up, putting on there, and the nitrous and all that good stuff. That's just adding on to the shit, or to the budget. I know I don't sound too enthusiastic. I'm not trying to be boring or anything. I'm just kind of upset, kind of tired. I do have a newborn, so we've been kind of staying up late. But anyways, this guy that I have it at his shop right now, he's gonna be the one working on it. He's gonna be the one to tune it. He's gonna be the one to, get us where we need to be, so we can go ahead and get some numbers down on the dyno. I will be putting his Facebook on the next video when I'm at his shop. I'll let him introduce himself. I'll let him, kind of talk to y'all. If y'all have any questions, I can go directly to him. It doesn't have to necessarily be through me. I'm hoping that, I'm pretty sure that the way I see this is more or less God just put somebody in my path that is probably going to steer me in the right direction. And I'm hoping that this kind of leads to something where, as I'm going down the road, being the fact that he knows how to do everything that, he says that he knows how to do, we're going to go ahead and get some, heads poured and polished, and, maybe some intake work, go ahead and change it out to maybe fuel injection, since, he seems like he can, go ahead and do that for us too. And we're just going to keep adding on to this project, and hopefully later on we'll get a second motor, switch out whatever we can, cam and all that good stuff. But I'm planning hopefully to go turbo here, hopefully within the next year or two. But for right now, budget build, see what we can do with what we got, keep it fun, and just see where we're at. I do appreciate everybody who's, giving me support, and who's, been following me and, watching my videos. I appreciate y'all taking out the time. And I do apologize that this happened. Sometimes shit just doesn't go how you want it to go. That's just life. But I'll keep y'all posted, and y'all stay tuned. God bless.